Welcome to Liberation I am your host, Jewelz, and I am here to come bring it to you. We are just so glad that you were able to tune in on this Winning Wednesday. Let me hear about the wins. You been getting the wins, huh? I hope so. Getting up, breathing, oxygen, air in your lungs, you moving. You winning then. Give yourself a round of applause. You are winning. We are just so excited. You can hear the excitement, honey, all in my voice. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, but just come bring it to you live in full effect here with Liberation Nation. We are a holistic empowerment podcast here to empower, educate, and entertain your mind, body, spirit, and soul into living and sustaining a purposeful life. Why? Because you deserve it. And so we are just so glad to be here on season 2, episode 9. Quality living is your portion. Okay? That is what we are living for. We're not just living to die. We're not just living to exist, honey. No, we have purpose. We have things to do. We need to get to it. We got higher levels to get to. So make sure you stay tuned, locked in, because we have a special edition today and a special guest. I'll let you know all about her as soon as we get back. Make sure you stay locked and tuned in to Liberation Nation. Coming back, we have something just phenomenal for you on today. And as you know, it's a Winning Wednesday here with Liberation Nation. And we start our days off by affirming our day because we believe it is in the power of the tongue. We believe in setting and shifting atmospheres. And so if you would join us on today by raising your fist and repeating after me. I am uniquely and wonderfully made. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am confident. I am royalty. I will win victoriously. Yes, you better believe that, okay? I don't care how many times you have to rewind this part, however you need to do it, but make sure you get it in your spirit, get it in your system, get it in your mind, body, spirit, and soul, so it can help you get through the day. I promise you it will. I guarantee that. So thank you for standing 10 toes down for yourself on today, shifting and changing up the atmospheres, and affirming your day with Liberation Nation. Well, again, welcome to our season 2, episode 9. Quality living is your portion. And so I don't know whoever ever told you that you could not live life to the fullest, or you didn't deserve it, or it's not granted to you. But guess what? Did you wake up today? Yes, you did. Your Heavenly Father, your Creator, thought enough of you to have you here on today still living. So we need to make sure, or we will want to ensure that we maximize this gift. Life is a gift. Time is precious, right? We are all in this race for what? Time freedom, right? Because who really wants to get up to go to work just to make money? Why you can't relax and money just fall in the bank? Talk about residuals, huh? Yeah, no, that residuals, the Chris Brown, you can keep that part. You can keep them residuals. Let me get residuals, honey, while I'm on the beach, sipping my, with my feet kicked up, and my bank account sounded like that, the ring on the Cash App. Cha-ching! Okay, we want that money dropping, honey. while we are just living. And so that is the goal. That should be the goal. And until we can get there, that's what we're striving to. That's what we're thriving to. And we hope that that is what your goal is, because that's what we about. And so again, I just wanted to recap just a bit about our episodes 1 through 8. Thank you so much for chiming in. And if you need to catch up and watch some of our previous episodes, we are definitely live on YouTube, so you can follow us there. If you are social media, our handles are Liberationation _WWW19 or Liberation Nation Winning Woman Wednesdays on Facebook, okay? And then, of course, you can look up me as the host, Christella Jewelz, or on Facebook, and see Jewelz is Forever, that's a 4 EVA, on Instagram. The links are in the bio, so you can click it to view it there, or you can go straight to YouTube under Jewelz Connect, who is our fabulous sponsors here at Liberation Nation. So again, we thank you for tuning in with us. We've been talking about purpose, identity. We've been talking about manifestation, visualization here. And so it's so important that we are just not living to exist, that we understand that we do have purpose, and coming and now and understanding that we have purpose so that we can know how to maneuver through this life journey, right? And so everything we do must be intentional in a positive way, because even when it comes on to us working, putting our hands to work, creating, we should have the mindset of legacy, right? Legacy, because regardless of your status, in terms of whether you're a single person, if you were the only child, or if you only have one child, or if you don't have any seeds as of yet, legacy still is all about the people that you come in alignment with on your life journey. Those that you have connected with, those that you may have welcomed to become your family, even though they may not be your blood, right? So understanding the connectivity that is divine. It's not by chance that all of the people that you happen to visually come in contact with, touch, or anything of that nature on today already, and it's only 7:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That was divine, you know. Did you see the same people yesterday? Do you know if you're going to see the same people tomorrow? So we have to really come to the realization of how real that is, you know, how impactful that is, and how every move that we make is intentional, and we want to make sure it's of good intent. We want to make sure that we are producing and being fruitful. We want to make sure we are being that good support system, you know, there for others, you know, so that can be reciprocated back for when we need it, right? But that also plays a part in who is in your circle and in your cipher, right? The environments that we go into. I talk about it all the time. Yeah, it's key. It molds and shapes your life. You know, the people that you have enjoy your company and that you go out with, you step out with, what does that look like? Is that really representing who you are? You know, is that true sisterhood? Is that true brotherhood? You know, or do you guys have to be concerned about being authentically you, even around those people and in those situations? You know, so we just have to, you know, be very conscious about our lives. You know, get serious about your life. You know, we just were speaking about that when we were doing our previous episode 8, Body Works, as we are in our 30-day fitness challenge that we just started at the beginning of the month, right? So we are being intentional about our temples and how we are training them so that we can try our best to live the longest life that God has blessed us with. We got to stop getting out our own ways, right? We're crashing ourselves. We're bobbing and weaving and maneuvering all over the place. And we're wondering why we can't get to the destination. Wonder why we can't get to those accomplishments and those successes or those blessings that's been held for us. Don't you want to release? I know I do. Yes, we do a lot. This life is hard. And so, it's challenging. And so to be able to redirect energies and to be able to bring value to the environments that you're in, it should bring a certain level of satisfaction, right? Fulfillment to you, which helps with your mind, body, spirit, and soul, which helps with you remaining whole. And so just kind of keeping those things in mind as we were reviewing, as you see how everything ties in, right? Purpose, identity, manifestation, visualization, intention, it's all formulated so that you can live a quality life. That's quality living. Living on purpose. Taking those necessary steps in terms of your mental nurturing, taking care of your bodies, staying grounded spiritually, and connected with your gifts and your talents, your passions. That's soulful. That's how you nurture your soul, when you're actually activating in your passions, in your gifts, in your talents. And so these are the things that help to cultivate the quality living, the quality lifestyle. Again, it's not a front, y'all. Woo! Call Tyler Perry. Huh? Woo! We got some actors and actresses about here that deserve some Golden Globes and all that. I'm talking about like just living life, like you putting on your whole life. Your whole life is a put on. Because when you go behind closed doors, or the lights go off, or you in the mirror having to look face to face, I don't know what that is. Or you in the mirror having to look face to face, what's happening? What's going on there? What's going on there? Are we pleased? Do we still have some work to do? Yes. And it's okay, because that's living. You stuck and desolate when you're not, right? You're suffocating. You're dying on the inside, and then it starts to show on the outside. Face starts sagging, darkness. Body done got all out of whack. Yeah, and we be knowing better. We be knowing better. Yes, we do. And when we know better, what do? We do better, right? Yes. And so that's why Jewelz Connect Liberationation is here, because we want to be that support system. We want to be able to offer you that consultation, that counsel, that advisory, that support, that listening ear, that accountability for you, because we all need it. We all need it. What is quality living? Right? So you're like, okay, you're talking about quality living and, all that kind of thing. I actually have a special guest that I want to get ready to bring to the stage. And so before we go into dissecting a little bit more about what is quality living, because we're going to walk you through this, okay? Again, you're not alone. That's why we're here. So it's okay. You know what we need to do? Let's take a deep breath in. Inhale in. And exhale out. Very good. Give me another one. Inhale in. And exhale out. Very good. It only takes a couple seconds to realign ourselves. When we do, doesn't it feel better? You can clear the clutter. You can bring clarity, have a new vision, have a new sound in this moment. Okay? And so we don't want to become overwhelmed with life because it's already filled with so much, right? So we want to help to be able to create the balance. It's all about balance. And it is capable. It takes strategic planning, preparation, and activation. Okay? Intentional what? Planning, preparation, and activation. Because that now is going to create the manifestation. And the manifestation we just learned a couple episodes ago is what? It's not what we are aiming for or looking for. It's the becoming. It's the now. It's what are you doing right now intentionally in the becoming of your manifestation. So right there, I'm just going to pause for a moment while we get ready to bring our special guest on. Thank you so much for staying tuned and locked in. You see these jewels, they dropping. You better catch them. You better catch them. We'll be right back with Liberation Crystal Jewelz. Yes, welcome back to Liberation Nation. We stirring up some stuff in the pot, and I'm about to go. Really didn't throw it out there for my girl to come run it on in. And so we have the beautiful, the divine, the queen here in the Queen City. We have special guest Kelly Cato, who is a creative entrepreneur. She is just so phenomenal. And again, as I was speaking before, it's her heart for me, okay? I met her. I actually sat down when we first was meeting for one of my fashion shows, Walk with Purpose, VIP fashion show that we host every October in honor of domestic violence awareness. We actually met there. She came as a model and just glowing, and besides that, she had the moves too. She's a dancer as well, and so it's not just about the beauty, it's the brains as well. She is an intelligent woman also. And when I met her, she had asked to interview me in regards to the show, and the show was new here in Charlotte. It was our first annual show. We didn't know too many people or too many different connections. And so God just set it up in such a divine way for us to be able to sit, talk, get to know one another, have some heart to heart. And so that is where our connection was made. And so, of course, I had to have her come on Liberation Nation after finding out so many different phenomenal attributes about her. And we're actually going to learn. You're going to learn for yourself just right here. So I'm going to bring our beautiful Kelly Cato to the stage. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. But more importantly, the introduction queen. Oh my goodness. I was like, okay, let me fight back some tears. Wow. I was like, oh wow. Thank you God for somebody seeing that in me. So I really appreciate that you see that in me.
Absolutely. I saw that from day one. And then without you having to speak or say anything, your heart did before your mouth did. And so when you bless me, just by my presence of coming on the show, you had flowers. And I know you do that for many of your guests previously. You would bring them flowers just to show them appreciation. I'm telling you, honey, a lot of us, majority of us don't get our flowers until we're gone, right? It's very rare that it's very rare that you receive compliments or anything from others nowadays. And so to be able to receive that love from you, that's why it's well deserved, that I share it, reciprocate that back to you, because you deserve it. Not a lot of people know about your life challenges and testimonials and things of that nature, but you're glowing. You're still standing. And so we would love to hear about all of that. And so right before the break, so we're just going to go ahead and roll you on into our conversation, honey, okay? As you know, this is season 2, episode 9, Quality Living is Your Portion. And so we were just reflecting on our previous episodes and how it tied into today's episode. And the people want to know, what is quality living? They want to know, what does that mean? You know, so for some, that may sound like a different language, because all we know, they know, it's just survival their whole life. And so it's hard to imagine, you know, or even know what quality is. And so when we talk about quality living, what does that mean to you?
For me personally, quality living is the right to choose, the ability to choose from the highest version of myself. Like, so with myself held in the most high regard, what choices would I make, whether what I eat, where I go, who I spend time with. It's just choices. It's quality choices, and that's what impacts quality living.
Yes, I love that. Quality choices. Ooh, you have the right to do that, huh? We have free will. God gave us free will, right? So that means you have free choice. And we know that based upon our choices, there are repercussions.
Yeah.
And you don't want them to be negative repercussions, right? You want them to be positive, right? So yes, that is what quality living is, point blank. That covers all aspects. You know, the choices when it comes on to who you allow to control your mental, your thoughts. You know, what are you spending the most of your time with, and how are they influencing that moment? If it's not in a positive way, this is something that's weighing on you mentally all day. Now you frustrated, you mad, you know, you get depressed, you know, some people start contemplating suicide. You know, all these things start to take over your mind just like that. But it's the choice. Are you choosing to stay in that, to dwell in that? Or are you choosing to let go of that, eliminate it, and to press forward to what you actually deserve? You know, so it's the choices like that for your mental, just an example. For your bodies, what are we consuming it with? I just gave y'all the secret sauce. Are you eating based upon your blood type and your body type? If not, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because your body's going to constantly keep rejecting all the foods that you just want to give it because you're hungry, or if that's the first thing that you have access to, or maybe you didn't plan and pack the appropriate snacks for you. So now you're left with all the junk food, right? This is your temple. This is our bodies that we're talking about. So, you know, the choices that we're making with that, the choices with our beliefs, you know, is it the truth? You know, that's it. Knowledge. We want knowledge. We want truth. So we have to seek that on a daily. We have to stay grounded in that. And then with your gifts and talents, with your passions, what are you doing with your hands? That's all you need to create. What are you doing? It's a choice. So you're going to sit, want to beg? You're going to be a beggar-me with the hand? No. You're going to create something and make something happen with the hands, right? Choices. I love it. Quality living. When you make better choices, now this can allow for privileges. It can allow for opportunities. It can allow for rewards and benefits through our mind, body, spirits, and souls that create the quality of life, the quality living, right? And the quality living is being able to be at peace. Something simple as just being at peace. Sometimes after a long, busy day, all you just want to do is just sit down and be quiet in silence. You just need a moment, a woosah moment, or just to sit back and have your little glass of wine, or, you know, go into, you know, your meditation and your prayer space, you know, to cleanse yourself of the day. I mean, you know, it takes that. Then we have to think about, Are we living life to the fullest? Right? We say it all the time, don't we, Kelly? Then we're talking about living life to the fullest, right? We say it all the time. Yeah, well, live life to the fullest. I hope you live life to the fullest. Right, Cal?
No, definitely. Definitely. I feel like, life is precious and you wake up every day. You don't know which day is your last. Or, people used to be here today, gone tomorrow. Now it's here today, gone today. So when you don't really enjoy your time here, I feel like life is a gift. It's art. It's yours to create with. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't live life on your own terms. It's just, you got to find your vehicle.
Yes.
That's it.
Find your vehicle and stay in your lane.
Okay. Okay.
Find your vehicle and stay in your lane, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're not staying in your lane, you're going to crash.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? So find
Definitely.
your vehicle and stay in your lane. I love it. And, when we are talking about, quality living and the choices that we make, sometimes because of our present conditions, it's hard for us to think beyond that or outside of that box, right? Because we're in that moment. So we're consumed with so much mentally and physically that it's almost like we can't even see a way out.
Yeah.
See a way through. Have you ever had any times in your life like that, Kels?
I feel like more so when I was younger, because I wouldn't say I was more of like a black sheep, but I had the time to just work through who I was as a person. So, usually people are surrounded by a whole bunch of different people and this, that, and the third. But sometimes I was more so a popular loner. So it really gave me more time to walk with God and figure out who I was and who God saw me as versus who people see me as. Because people have broken filters. They have different lenses of stuff that has impacted their lives. So for me personally, when I was younger, maybe, but like growing up, I think I was blessed. At first, it didn't feel like a blessing, but now looking back, I was blessed with that opportunity for that solitude to, figure that out.
So you got that from an early age then. When you were younger, you kind of identified that about yourself.
Yeah.
And when you're chosen, what? You were set apart. So you were set apart from your mom, right? That was his protection, though, over your life for today.
Yeah.
You don't know it when you're going through it, but that's what it was.
Yeah. When you're going through it, it just feels lonely. But once you look back and you realize how God covered you and had you in that hidden place, so you wasn't buried, but you had that time to grow your roots. Now, when other people come at you with their opinions and their projections, it doesn't hit you the same because you know who you are at your core.
That's why it's so key that you do. That's why it's so key that you do keep that spiritual connection with the Holy Spirit, okay? Because there's a lot of different spirits out there, so we want to call it out. The Holy Spirit, that one, yes, him. We want to be able to keep that connection. Why? Because that's our guide, right? That's how we're going to know how to make decisions and know how to make the correct choices and, know how to create in order to live a quality lifestyle. And so even though you had that epiphany or you had certain encounters at a young age where you were able to identify that, guess what? That can happen at any age. Okay? We have big grown people that's still trying to figure out life, have experienced a lot, enough to still not know what your purpose in life is. And that's not a bad place to be in. Prayerfully and hopefully that means you have way more life to live if you're just starting to understand or get your purpose. So that's something to be excited about, but something that is not to be taken for granted either. Something that you still need to understand that time is of the essence. Because, again, our blessings are here for us, but we can't be rewarded until we are ready. until we have created a certain capacity, right? We all have different capacities. We've talked about of how to carry life. We all have a different weight of anointing on our lives based on the crushing and the cutting and the refining, right? Going through the fire and the purification to come to be able to have courage enough to say that you walked out as pure gold. Okay? So, that now helps us to have a better vision of why we should live a quality life anyway. You want to know another reason why? Because you are from a royal priesthood. If you believe in Jehovah, the great I am, he is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So if you are a daughter of the King, a son of the King, you are already pronounced of royalty. That's why we affirm, I am royalty. That you become it, you manifest it. God is giving you dominion over something, whether it's your family, whether it's your community, okay, or whether it's for your legacy. That's where you are to hold your crown at. Okay, Queen, from the Queen City. And we talking right here?
Nah, that's definitely facts. Like, it's very, very important. And then, like, you walking through it, even though it's uncomfortable, hold your head up. Like you said, you are a child of the Most High God, and you deserve to be proud in every season of your life. But yeah, you just deserve to be proud in every season of your life. And the refining, I think, it's painful, but it's a beautiful process, because you're going to come out, like Jewelz said, as pure gold.
That's pure gold. And then you're going to be able to come out and share with others that can identify, relate, or happen to be going through what you've been going through or may be going through right now. Because we all go through different seasons of life. And we wear that cloth that fit very well, don't it? Yeah, we wear them cover-ups very well. Yes. So, understanding that, God has ordained so much more for you. For he said that he knows the plans that he has for you, for us. The plans are to prosper us and not to harm us. That's where you have to get the distinction between the gods that we are serving. Are you serving the God that is trying to prosper and to give you life? Are you serving a God that requires for you to make a certain sacrifice and then takes your life because you've now sold your soul to the wicked powers that may be? All of the stuff that we tapping into, all this orbia, all this black magic to keep your mind all interested in you, and all of these things are going on here. So y'all better stop playing around. Stop playing around. As you can see, it's real. It's real. And these things stay attached to you, and then you wonder why you are going through these hell. You're going through all of this havoc. You can't seem to get a grips on life. It's hard for you to elevate and break through the ceiling because you keep fighting yourself and you keep crashing in your own lane. So time out for that. It's over. Your life gone, okay? It's a new day. It's a winning Wednesday. We are on to new levels, new dimensions. And what they said, Kels? When it's new levels, it's what? New what?
New devils.
So, spiritually, it's always going to be a tussle, right? Because spirit outlasts everything, outlasts it all. Your spirit and your soul outlast it all. So it's always going to be a constant challenge in the spiritual realm. Why? Because if there's good, there's bad, there's evil. Okay? If there's positive, there will be negative. If there's goodness, there's going to be evil that lurks. It's life. That's why we got to make sure we have what? The full armor. Come on, guys. The word of God don't tell us this stuff for no reason. It's the basic instructions before leaving earth. A significant tool. Not the only one, but a significant tool that every other resource has to pull from. Okay? So when you understand that, and you get a better grip on life, that you've been predestined for purpose, then now you can get to living the quality of life, reaping the benefits, getting your blessings on time, before time, and even in abundance. That thing called favor? Yeah, you want that in abundance, right? Yes. So when this happens, you're now being more fruitful. You can produce more. Your mental is now clear where you can think about new and creative ways to provide for your family financially. So you can be able to take trips and go on vacations and be on the beach while money's still dropping in the bank. Huh? Yeah, that's the life. People are living it. They've lived it. Why can't you? Why can't you? And Cal is going to tell you all about what she does. She's a creative entrepreneur. Her drive, her precision is in the most sexiest industry that we have access to, which is travel. And so she is a professional travel agent, advisor. She's here. She's going to talk to you a little bit about traveling and the benefits of it. Some people are fearful of travel, which is like, wow. But I get it. People don't want to fly. They don't trust anything other than the car or the bus or what have you. Okay. Then you still can travel. I mean, those are still means. Don't keep yourself in a box. But it's also so much more life to live. It's so much more destinations and God's creation that is to be seen, that is to be explored, that is to be discovered in this life. Why? YOLO. Again, you only live once. Why not take advantage of these blessings that's right here that we could have access to? And all it takes is the proper planning, ways to make money, different avenues and streams of income so you can cover your bills and expenses, but you still be able to have money to enjoy the things in this life. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a sin. Okay? It's not a sin. God allowed it and has it accessible for all of us. We all can get it. We all can live in the big nice house. We all can have the nice cars. We all can go and do missionary work somewhere else. We all can go and buy an island for a little of not even too much. An island is very much obtainable. The cost of an island, yeah, it's less than a house in a way. So yeah, you can have this. You can have access to these things. And so, Kels, I'm about to bring you on industry called travel that you are a part of, honey, because we need to know What's the top destinations for the summer? What them deals at? What's the climate of the travel? What's going on right now so we can know heading into this summer season?
Honored to be a part of this show. Thank you so much, Jewelz, for inviting me and having me on your platform. A lot of people have brick and mortar businesses or businesses where they do a service or a creative service. My passion is helping creatives build wealth through the travel industry. And I don't do it more so towards the booking part. I do it more towards the community building part. My business offers two sides. So one allows you to book travel, which, it's all under one umbrella. Both businesses are one business, but it allows you to do different things depending on your passion. So I like building community. I like creating legacy. I think that's very important, especially when it comes to wanting to live life on your own terms. So I'm more so towards helping, anybody who wants to leave that generational wealth or basically, create residual income coming into their household while they go do different things. So that's just a little bit about me, and travel is constantly growing. Right now, I believe our company is in 20 plus countries. So it's a big industry, it's a big company. So I love the fact that I'm able to share this with people because it has impacted my life, not only as far as in business, but also as far as in self-development and just being and taking risks and putting myself out there. So not only, I feel like entrepreneurship is, I hate to say it, but self-development on crack. That is what entrepreneurship is.
I agree. I can identify. I know exactly what you mean by that. It definitely have those days that would make you feel so. Yes, but the greatest feeling of all with that is the fact that it's yours. It's yours. It's your baby. You can take time with it. You can, restructure it, readjust it, realign it. Anything that you need to do because it's yours. The only thing is you just want to ensure that you always keep your quality level up, that you keep your communications, open at all times, and that, you're able to be consistent, because consistency goes such a long way. Those are the little itty bitty wins, progress, steps, that gets you to your wins, that gets you to your achievements and your goals, accomplishing your goals. And so that is definitely so key. I wanted you to just elaborate a little bit more. I know we were talking about, not the Chris Brown residuals, but some people may not know exactly what residual income is. Can you just break that down very briefly for the people, please?
Yeah, definitely. So residual income is basically getting paid while you sleep. Like when you set up a system or are part of a structure of a system where you have income coming in that you're not actively working for. So that's passive, but it's coming residually. So it's coming over and over and over after you set your system in place to receive it. So that's where residual income comes in. Now, passive income and residual income are like cousins, because passive income is also something that happens where you don't actively have to do the hard labor to create the income to come in. You did something, and now it's a result of, and it consistently happens.
Yeah, I got that. And you do something once that continuously brings in the money, right? Continually causes that money to drop. And so that's residual. I know that in the music industry, what do they call it? Royalties. So in the music, in the entertainment industry, it's kind of the same concept for my creatives, my artists that are out there, like the royalties. You drop your one track or what have you, and then depending on the rotation and how often it's paid, you keep getting paid for that, and that can go for years and years and years. Depending on that life of that contract. And so, yes, we love that. We love to hear about residuals for sure. That sounds like a phenomenal opportunity. It sounds like a win-win situation, right? Where you could be able to book your own travel and make money off of it at the same time, and make money off of other people's travels. I mean, I know y'all have y'all family members, and what summer's coming up, it's family reunion, it's family vacations. We're in and coming out of graduation season. I mean, a lot of travel is going on, and then upcoming for the holidays, right? That's just in a couple more months, right? So it's so much potential. There's so much money on the table to be made when it comes on to travel. And so that's why I love it. I'm also in the travel industry as well. I am a travel advisor also. And so Jewelz Connect, we specialize in group travel and package travel. So like if you travel on a budget, so you have $300, $500, $700, $1,000, and you just want to go somewhere for 3-5 days, a week or so, we can make it happen for you, you know. And so I'm so glad that Kelly, we are a part of the same organization, different branches, but we are living proof that it works. We don't know wherever else you're going to find out that information, or, you know, you could be walking around like you don't know nobody, but we right here. You know us. We're in it. We've been thriving in the travel business for a couple years now, and so we're definitely familiar with that. We are always getting certified with different vendors, such as like Marriott and different cruise lines, and the luxury boutique hotels, and different all-inclusive resorts. You know, we have access and tools that can help you be able to make that happen. Not only do we book your travel, we can help you with your finances to see how you can save money, earn money, first and foremost, because that's what we want to do, and then save the money so that you can be able to cover your bills and have some money left over where you can do some travel. And so it's doable. We're doing it. It's being done. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely, Kelly, before we close out here in just a few moments, I'm going to have you share all your information before we leave today. But yes, travel is it. Don't be scared. Okay, I know it's been funny on business going on with these airlines and stuff. And these bots, you know, all this stuff trying to control things. I just seen and read today they're producing an electric, all electrical airplane where it doesn't need any gasoline fuel. So I don't know about that. What you think about that, Cass?
Honestly, I won't be getting on it, I don't think. But you know, the adventurous ones, let me know how that works out.
Not even if they do a $10 flight. Not even for the $10 flight. They say what? They say you get what you pay for, don't it?
Yeah, I look forward to connecting with you. I look forward to connecting with anybody who wants to be an entrepreneur.
That's dope. Yes, clock the tea on that. We'll make sure that we have all of her information listed in the post, so no worries about that. But connected exploration is Kelly's business, and so we're going to make sure we get that information to you. Again, thank you so much, Queen, for being here. Did y'all hear her? What? She was dropping them jewels super rich. Yes. I love when kindred spirits come into alignment. That's how you know it's a God thing. And that's all I ever wanted to be, because it's not about me, none of me, and all about him. As long as he gets the glory out of this, as long as whoever this podcast is supposed to touch, is supposed to reach, you know, we are here to speak life into you. We are here to speak blessings over your life. We're here to help bring guidance and clarity into your life on your life's journey. And also for you to understand that quality living is your portion. You have access to it. You've been blessed with it. So now it's time to work. Go work for it. Save up and go enjoy it, because that's what it's all about, right? We shouldn't just be working to be slaves to the dollar, right? God said that we should be able to enjoy this, right? So we can show and prove. And so we love to do that. We love that, to show and prove. And so again, we just so honored and so blessed to have you here, Kelly Cato, as our creative entrepreneur here in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. So I told you we coming from all over the map. And right here in the Queen City, we have a beautiful queen that has come and blessed us with her beautiful smile on today. We're not going to hold you any longer, everyone. We thank you again for joining us for Season 2, Episode 9. Quality living is your portion. Again, please make sure you catch up if you haven't with all the episodes and just see how everything just has aligned all the way up until now to present time. We are going to 11 episodes. So we only have 2 more episodes. Oh my gosh! Before the season ends. And so that should actually take us all the way through the month of June. And so definitely stay tuned, because we have some other special editions that are to come for our future shows. And so we have some artistry coming to bless your airwaves, and I'm just so excited about it. So make sure you continue to have a blessed and safe rest of the week, okay? And day and rest of the week, rather, and month. So definitely claim it. It's yours. It's going to be beautiful. And we're going into the second half of the year, y'all. Come on. Let's start making some great choices, some great decisions, so that we can really, really embrace all that God has for you. Thank you so much again. I am Crystal Jewelz here with Liberationation. Stay blessed, stay safe, and remember, quality is your portion.